Hello everybody, welcome to JoeyTLive Life Talk episode 17. Got a special guest on air today. His name is Nick Coyne. He knows so much about sports, it's disgusting. He's actually a Los Angeles Kings fan. We'll get to that in a moment. I want to go through my sponsors right now. The first sponsor is Joey.Tomaselli at thenovagroup.ca or 416-553-5639. The best mortgage agent in the city, over $10 million in volume, refinancing, purchasing, construction, or commercial. Call me, 416-553-JOEY. Number 2 sponsor, Vivo Transport Limited. 5 locations across North America, transportation and warehousing company. Call Timo at 1-800-299-1253. On the Run Meals, food delivery service. Guys, I eat this food. They deliver it right to my home. Lunch, dinner, breakfast. Feel great, look great, food's fantastic. That's why I look like $1 million, and I also spent that this weekend. Number 4, new sponsor in the house, alert, Metallogics, Toronto scrap metal recycling company. Go to the website, metallogics.ca, that's METALOGICS.ca. Another new sponsor by Jesse and Joe Realtors. They are the best in the business. Give them a call. Please like and share this video, guys. It's going viral. Can't even go on the streets. I want to get into it right away. Nikki G, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's a great voice, guys. That sounds confident right there. Nick Coyne has been blowing up since he started. When did you start Nick Coyne? About 4 years ago, Nikki?
About 45 minutes ago.
Well, I'm wearing this hat for one reason. This is Javinko's hat. And a lot of you are probably saying, what are you talking about? Go to my Instagram. I have 640 likes. I was with Javinko at Nikki G. 658. Good call there, Nikki. We were at the game. We were technically sitting at the 18-yard box at one point. We had great seats. Love this hat. Shout out to my boy Javinko for taking the MLS Up Cup back home. The Argos just won. The Toronto FC just won. Nikki, how did you feel? You've been playing soccer your whole life. You watch a lot of Serie A. You're into soccer, Italy, World Cup. Big trophy for the Toronto team to win. How do you feel about the MLS compared to the other leagues? Let's start off with that question. And was it a big enough victory in your eyes for a fan from Toronto that's really starving for a trophy of that magnitude?
Well, I think the MLS come a long way. Definitely not in comparison to any of the top leagues in Europe or other places around the world, but it's definitely come a long way since day one, and it continues to evolve, so we're on the right track, I could say.
Would you compare it to our Coffee Time Woodbridge Indoor League? Do you think...
It's not there yet. The MLS is not there with the soccer center.
Okay.
And the Monday night leagues, but it's getting there.
I really believe, and no disrespect to the MLS players, that if me and Nick Coyne put together a team of our old players, do we win? Maybe. Do we lose? Maybe not. But we'd give them definitely a run. I could score from center still. Nicky G plays like a Tuzo. Coins falling out of his pocket. He's phenomenal. Nicky, I know we were at the game.
I think Ronaldo should definitely be the convener of the
100%.
MLS. Take it to the next level.
I like that strategy.
He's done great things for the Woodbridge Soccer Center.
That's great. That is fantastic. Okay, Nicky, 2 questions. MLS, they win the cup. Toronto looked a little shaky in the first half. Don't you agree?
I think they played really well. Their right side, Stephen Beitashour.
Is that number 23?
Number 33. Nobody could see his number.
What is he, Patrick Waugh? Who the hell is that guy?
Nobody looks at him. The guys on the team, they don't even pass him the ball.
I really hate that defender, the left defenseman. He is the colored guy. He is not that good at all. I made a lot of mistakes. He was on my side in the first half.
Mavinga, he's solid. Defensively, he's solid. He's got the touch of a bricklayer.
The touch of an elephant. He has 2 left feet, and I think he's not good at all.
I don't want to be holding the ball if he's defending me.
Absolutely.
He's going to take me out. Strong defensively. Beitashour, he's okay.
Baywatch, what's his name?
Time to go. I think he's a free agent. It's got to go. Nobody on the team passes him the ball. He's a liability when he gets the ball. The other team doesn't even cover him.
Did Seattle even have a shot in the first half?
I don't know. Yeah, they did. When Beitashour gave up the ball, they came down. They put it on
Damn you, Baywatch.
But you know what? You know who's got to get paid is Moore in the middle. Man's got to get paid this summer. I think.
Well, I really believe that the first half, Giovinco had, I think, 2 chances, which I think he should have buried. A good friend of mine, Giovinco, came to look for me and Nick Coyne after the game. Came right to me. There was 3 young girls and a young gentleman, kind of shoved them out of the way where they belong.
The guy with the Italian flag.
One guy had an Italian flag. They didn't understand I got 7,000 followers. Nick Coyne's blowing up. He came straight for us, guys. I know a lot of Jalusi people out there, but when you're friends with Giovinco, things happen. Like, literally, he walked off the field, came right towards us, gave me the hat. Nick Coyne ripped it out of my hands, put it on his head. We took a great picture. Check out my Instagram, Joey Tomaselli. One hell of a picture, guys. It's going to go over my fireplace. Me, Nicky, and Giovinco. Those are 3 studs right there. He had 2 great chances. It could have been 2-0 right away. The goalie, what's his name? French Fry?
Stephen Fry. Listen,
we
have Stephen Fry. We have 2 MLS Cups right now.
Yeah, because
he broke his leg. TFC got rid of him. Thought his career was over. We had kept him. We have 2 MLS Cups right now, maybe more.
Wow, because Stephen Fry, he robbed us a couple times in that first half. Like, I was there. He made a big save on Giovinco. Okay, mind you, it was Giovinco's left foot. Put a little fingertip on it, sent it over the bar. Giovinco, he missed by 2 inches. The first half, you were actually cleaning the roof, Nicky G. But
I had views from the 6.
Views from the 6.
With those seats, but it was okay. Managed to sneak down.
Actually, we have Anthony Galuzzo, Nicky, that said left defenseman going to go to Europe. He's probably going to the one country that doesn't have a soccer league, if that's what you're talking about,
Maybe he's
Anthony.
talking about Mavinga. Mavinga's good. I like him. He's all right. Beta Shore, I don't know where he's going.
Wow, that's a great last name, Beta Shore. But Charlie Kalura, is Nick camera shy? Why can't he see him?
This camera's only big enough for one person.
There's only Charlie, when you got 7,000 followers like myself. Nick Coyne doesn't like to. You ever see someone like Warren Buffett put himself into the spotlight? No, he gets work done behind. I know, Nicky, that Charlie's up on a crane right now. It's a little windy up there. Charlie, I hope you could hear this right now.
I hope you're tied off, Charlie.
I hope you're tied up, Charlie. Sorry you couldn't make it to the game. I hate that I got Giovinco's hat and you just got a hard hat on, I believe, right now. And I'm sorry you weren't there at the game, but 700 likes is what me and Nicky bring to the table. Nick Coyne's in the house. Charlie's not. Baltashar looks like Kadri. Yeah, Baltashar does look like Kadri.
Does look like Kadri. He plays like Kadri, like he's on skates the whole
game.
The
problem is that might actually be Kadri.
It could be Kadri.
MLSC is probably doing some cuts. They must be paisans, 2 Lebanese assassins. He definitely looks at him. Your brother, actually, Alex, hates Kadri Jr. with a passion. He was telling me the whole game he doesn't like Baltashar, whatever his name is. He can't stand him. Even during warm-up, he can't pass. But again, back to the first half. I thought the crowd would be a little bit more crazier, Nicky. I was expecting
for a championship game.
For a championship game.
Nervous, I don't know.
We went to the game last year. I felt a little more hype on the rival to the game. I didn't feel that this year in the stadium. Probably
maybe the 4 o'clock start had something to do with it.
Yeah, maybe not a nighttime game.
Tuned up.
Wasn't as cold as last year. I'm not sure why that would have made a difference, but I really thought it would have been a lot more crazier, the atmosphere. So it was 0-0 going into half. I think TFC went over 220 minutes not scoring a goal against Seattle. And the over and under in this game, I think Toronto was favored $1.40. I want to smash at least your house on it without you knowing. I had the papers signed by your girl. She signed the papers, but I really thought this was going to go into overtime and penalty shots again. Seattle plays New Jersey Devils soccer. It's really boring. I don't know how that team went to the final. They got Nathan Dempsey. I think Dempsey makes Wonder Bread. I'm not sure. He looks old. He's been playing in the World Cup since '94. Since, I don't know, who was that goalie with the long ponytail?
Tony Miola.
Tony Miola. I think he went to my high school. That guy has hair like, I don't know, Vince Brickillo. It's tied back. But, Mike Spartaro says maybe it's because we didn't drink before the game. That's actually Ralphie Che's father. It's a good point. We only had 4 vodka sodas usually.
We need an alcoholic beverage sponsor on this show.
Yeah. You know what, guys? Grey Goose, Belvedere, if you're out there, please sponsor. If you're listening, I will do mortgages return for vodka made out of potatoes, my favorite food. It was 0-0. I was actually in the bathroom. Giovinco, I said it a couple shows back, Nick Coyne, that he had to come up big in this game. He's getting paid $10 million. There's players in the team that they make $40,000, $50,000, not enough money.
You got a guy like Moore in the back. He's a rock. Man's got to get paid this summer.
What does he make? Do you know what he makes by any chance?
He doesn't make enough.
I think
whatever it is, he doesn't make enough.
You're saying Lost and Found makes more on a Monday than he makes in a year.
They make more in a pre-drink.
Well, they make more than more? Is that what you're saying?
But Moore's got to get paid.
Moore's definitely got to get paid. I think Bradley, okay, is he a Gattuso? Is he a Desailly from France? If Bradley's down in the middle, you know what's sad about Bradley? I think they waste his talents because he's always got to play kind of a sweeper role.
He's perfect. He's perfect.
He goes in hard. You can't screw around. Does his head look like the green guy from the Flintstones? A little bit. But he plays some good soccer. Shout out to Bradley. Me and Nick Coyne took a picture of him last year. We actually held the cup up. Go look on my Instagram. We're all over the place in that field. And another thing about TFC field security, it is lacking, guys. We're going to tell you a little secret later on in the show. You know what? Scratch that. Go look at my Instagram. We got a lot of likes going on over there.
But Javinko plays well when he's playing a little further behind the striker, where he can take the ball almost like a half point, where he could set up the passes and go. Like a
mezzapunto.
Like a mezzapunto. When you got Torres, 7'9", 450 pounds on Javinko, he's not going anywhere. He's not outrunning anybody.
That guy like a linebacker.
We're not playing the English style soccer. We're going to kick it to Javinko and have him run down.
I think that's the problem, Nick. That's a great point you just put up. I find that TFC doesn't have that guy. Okay, I'm not going to say a Pirlo. No one has that. But there's no distributor. Vasquez, I think his name is.
Vasquez, yeah.
Osario, another player.
Played well in the playoffs the last 2 games.
But is he deadly to me? He does not scare me.
He's still young. He's coming. How about...
He's 25. At 25, I was like, this is London.
Vanny, gets a lot of credit, but I think a lot of it is
overhyped.
Who's
the coach? Yeah. Can you put up that one play that you mentioned? Who came off in the 80th minute? And I've never seen... You were more red than the TFC jersey you were wearing.
85th minute. We're up by 1 goal. He goes and takes off Jose Altidore.
Wow. So you're telling me he takes off the goal scorer, scores the biggest goal in TFC history, the biggest goal a week and a half ago against Columbus.
If it's 2-0, I understand with 5 minutes to go. But 1-0. We're 1 shot away from tying it. One miscue away from being tied up.
I agree.
And then we have our only goal scorer in the playoff coming off.
Yeah, huge.
And what are we going to do if it goes into overtime?
That makes, it's a great point. Take it off. Technically our best player in the last 2 games.
100%.
It goes into penalty shot. You got a guy named Rickards Red, who really doesn't play that much, and you're going to give him a penalty shot. He's got a body like Snoop Dogg. I don't trust him taking a shot. Altidore's strong on the ball. I would let Altidore stay on. It's a great point. Up 1-0 with about 7 minutes left. What's that coach's name again? Vanny?
Yeah, Vanny.
Yeah, he had a nice scarf and a suit combination, but he should have never took off Altidore. Whatever, that's the case. Javinko, another through ball. Who hit the goalpost there? Cooper, named after a pair of hockey skates. He hits the post. The guy walks in the net. Place erupts. 2-0. Did you have a chance to go to the parade today, Nick Coyne?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. I already figured we got our picture with Javinko. No one else has what me and you have. It's 700 likes. It's going viral, guys. Again, please like and share that picture. I got some great videos at the game. 700 likes. Charlie wants my hat. Guys, I am wearing Javinko's hat right now. A lot of people say, how did you... Only you could get to a guy like Javinko. Guys, me and Nick Coyne have known Javinko for 3 years. Met him through the Paula Carrolls, great family, own a big car dealership. They brought him into town. Long story short, I met him 3 years ago, built a nice friendship with him, and been friends ever since. That guy could see me in a crowd at Metro, and he'll buy me some avocados. Great guy, great friend. Great victory for TFC. Nikki G, do you see a repeat next year with TFC?
Absolutely.
I really believe
we got the next 2-3 years here. We got to capitalize.
I think they are the New York Yankees of the MLS. They have the biggest payroll for sure.
For now, yeah.
They're built to win. Unless Ibrahimovic comes or Ronaldo, like you said, might come in a year and a half. But if you're winning, the best player in the world,
he's not coming.
He's gonna come.
Zlatan, he's gonna come here.
Zlatan, he's coming in at least maybe next year. You think, Nicky?
I don't know when he's coming, but he's got to advertise those underwears wherever he's gonna sell them.
Well, Ibrahimovic is a great goal scorer. Even though he is 36, he automatically is the first or second best striker when he does enter the MLS. That's what I mean about this league. I'm not knocking it. Big accomplishment. But it's not a league that grabs my attention like the NHL, the NBA, the NFL. I'm not putting the league down. It's still a huge moment. for the Toronto FC. We have a championship. We got the Argos. Now, Nikki G, I know you're a Los Angeles King fan because you loved Wayne Gretzky growing up. Who didn't love Wayne? Let's go over my Leafs. Huge game, Nick Coyne, against Pittsburgh Saturday. Going into that game, did you really think in Pittsburgh that the Leafs could take down the mighty Pens of Crosby?
I thought it was a long shot. Definitely would have put my money on the Penguins.
You know what? I actually did put some money on the Penguins. It was about $15. I lost that $15. But honestly, all jokes aside, I didn't think they were going to win against Pittsburgh. Crosby, you know, Phil Kessel, he always likes to play good against the boys. And I thought with Malkin, but then again, Murray was hurt. I did not know that. I know Wonder Boy did tell me that on the last show, that he was hurt, and that gave our chances. And what happened? We had a strong start, Nikki. We had 3 goals in the first, 10 minutes? 3-0 start in the NHL. I don't care who you are. It's tough to come back. Goal scorers, Nikki, just in case you're wondering, was Brown, JVR, and Bozak. Anderson, Nikki, you've seen him a lot in the West, being an LA King fan. What do you feel about Anderson? I know you've seen him more than a lot of my Toronto fans. You've seen a lot of Los Angeles King games, even when we lived together in Nick Coyne Valley. You saw what you saw. How do you feel about Anderson as a goalie? He's no Jonathan Quick, but how do you feel about Anderson?
He's steady. He's consistent. He's the guy that's going to take you deep into the playoffs. He does need some more help in front of him on that blue line.
Definitely.
Think Doughty's coming here next year. Loves Babcock. Babcock loves him. I think if with that addition, the Leafs are prone to end up in the Stanley Cup Finals in the next year or two.
Nikki G, your top 5 goalies in the world right now, starting with number 5. Give them to me.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot
right now. On the spot.
Right now. Well, in no particular order, you're going to have Jonathan Quick, Carey Price.
Would Lundqvist still be in that 5?
I think out of respect, we give it to him.
Absolutely.
I think out of respect, we have to give it
Will
to him.
Anderson be in that top 5?
Bobrovsky's up there. Anderson, if he's not in the top 5, he's definitely 6 or 7.
I like your choice of Bobrovsky. I really do. Won a Vezina last year. Got swept in the playoffs. So for me...
He's up there just because of the Dan and Jay commercials.
100%.
And skits about him.
If he doesn't have a strong playoff again, will you still keep him in that top 5? Because you know what it comes down to is the playoffs. Anderson actually had a really good playoffs. Holtby doesn't get enough respect I think that he deserves. He just can't get past the Pittsburgh Penguin for some reason. He has a lot of trouble. Do you believe in Rene? Anthony Galuzzi just put out there. Rene? Is Rene in the top 5?
You know what? He's in the top 5. I think if he has another strong playoffs this year, he's definitely in consideration for the top 5.
He knocked out the Chicago Blackhawks 4 straight. That's no easy feat. And they've won 3 cups in the last 8-9 years. So, yeah. So Anderson, is he a top 5 goalie, guys? Ask me questions. Ask Nikki Coyne right now. But I don't think he's in the top 5 just yet. He's getting pepper. Last game against Pittsburgh, he had 33 saves. Very huge reason why they won. Mateo got hurt again, Nikki. Doesn't look good. He hurt his upper body injury, they're saying it again. I think it's because he was holding that girl, his young girlfriend, on every picture on the shoulder. But he banged into Riley. I believe that's the injury. That's his 2nd injury to the upper body. Do you think that he is hurt, Nikki, for a long time? Do you think they should rest him for 2-3 weeks? What is the problem? I need answers. I know you don't care because you're an LA King fan, but what do you think is wrong with him? Is it his upper back, lower back? No idea.
I have no idea.
He doesn't care, guys. Nick
Not
Coyne,
a doctor.
Nick Coyne is not Mitch Buchanan trying to save Mateo from that ocean wave. Right now, he looked at me with the middle finger and said, "Screw you," and your Mateo question, guys. I think Mateo's back was first hurt because he carried the Leafs in the first 15 games. And now, you know what, though? You know what's really impressive, Nick? I know you're an LA King fan. You don't give a crap. They beat Pittsburgh and Edmonton without pretty much their best player. And they've been winning a couple games without
I think
Mateo.
everybody's been beating Edmonton lately.
No, Edmonton actually won.
That kid could skate, man.
Man, McDavid skates like when my dad used to chase me up the stairs back at 17 Fenton Way when I really screwed up. Like a cheetah. I've never seen Nikki G, a player as fast till Pavel Bure. That's the quickest I've seen a guy skate. It was Pavel. You know, Paul Coffey was fast, but he was more of a glider.
He was in the house last night.
He was in the house last night. Ovechkin is very fast, but Pavel, when he took off, he took off. But when McDavid takes off, guys, it is scary. When I watch him, if you gave someone like Matthews his speed, or even a Kucherov, or Stamkos, my God, that speed.
Gretz with his speed, he would have had 10,000
imagine
points.
Mario Lemieux with that speed. My God, I know you're not a big Mario fan. You respect him. I think this kid found out he still gets paid for sitting out. Wow, Anthony Galuzzo with a good point. Shout.
Anthony's he's participating.
He's participating. Actually gets first
award.
star. And so I think Mateo's hurt. How long is he hurt for? McDavid looked fantastic last night. How many goalposts did Edmonton hit last night, Nick? I thought that was you ringing at my door because we used to live together. I thought you missed me. I kept hearing the doorbell, but that was actually the post. They hit about 7 goalposts.
A couple ironworkers last night for sure.
A couple blacksmiths in the house. But honestly, if those don't hit the post, of Machiavelli, he played fantastic.
That Pochek one. That
was
amazing.
He did a sprawl save. He plays goalie like Marco Ricci used to play ball hockey. He's erratic. He's on his stomach most of the time. But he played, listen, for a guy, Nick, you know how hard it is to be a backup goalie.
I think he stacked the pads last night. I haven't seen that move in
Jonathan
20
Quick,
years.
when he's healthy, plays 80 games out of 82. The backup goalie from LA doesn't even come to the rink on some occasions.
Never.
Poor Machiavelli's only playing on back-to-back nights. That's a hard groove to get into. Babcock doesn't look like he believes he's really hurt. Oh, that's another. Anthony Galuzzo's all over.
Oh.
He's all over this.
We gotta get Anthony on the show.
You gotta get Anthony Galuzzo on the show.
Private message Joey here.
Private message me. I'll send you a limousine to the show because pretty soon I will be sponsored by a limousine company for sure. But, back to Machiavelli. He looked fantastic for a guy that has to wait 3 weeks in between game, Nick. It's not easy to come in cold after and play against Edmonton Oilers, who just won the night before 6-2, I believe, against Montreal. They were coming in hot. Mouth was probably watering because there was no Mateo. First goal of the game was crappiest goal I've ever seen 30 seconds in. Nick Coyne's eyes twitching right now looking at me. He's kind of scaring me, guys. I don't know what's going on over here, but he's doing a good job. So, Leafs go 3-0 on a 3-game winning streak, guys. They're looking great. Their record right now is 20-10-1, 41 points. They're 3 wins in a row. They're 3 points out of first place, guys. They're looking good. 31 games into the season. We got about 50 left. Even if they go 500, I believe that's enough to get into playoffs. You need about 92 points. We got Leandro in the house. Leonardo Donardo.
He's alive.
He's alive.
Pretty.
When you got a name that rhymes, guys, it just throws the ladies off. But he is now taking, guys, so take his number off your phone. He is now alive and well, living in Aurora. I believe he owns a farm now, Nicky. He used to live in Liberty Village.
I think he's got 120 acres right off the 400.
On the drive to 400, I saw him picking Chicoria on the side of the street. That guy used to pick up females at the nightclubs.
I heard he retired at 35, Freedom 35.
Freedom 35, Leandro. Good for you.
Good for you.
I dig holes, boys. That's what Anthony Galuzzo says. Well, I think you were in the movie Goodfellas, if that's what you do, Anthony. Mike Spertarl says, Uber. Guys, ask some questions. We want to give out some answers. Leonardo, again, your name is freaking awesome, guys. If you ever miss the boss, Bruce Springsteen, and you don't see him live, I'll get Leonardo to just lip sync to a couple songs. My man looks exactly like him, plays the drums good.
I think we got to talk a little bit about the after party after the big win at Liberty Village.
Good point, Nick Coyne.
Adam per kilo had more people at his birthday party than the TFC championship
guys,
party. What's
the
going on?
TFC after party, I have a friend named Adam per kilo. He's been designing this birthday party for 6 years. About 60. We've been getting mass texts, me and Nick Coyne. Nick Coyne almost deposited his Nick Coins just to get out of his country, not to go to this birthday party. But I really thought Liberty Village, Nicky, was going to burn to the ground.
It was disappointing.
When all we heard was Adam after the game, you knew.
Yeah!
Yeah! So basically, guys, I was disappointed in the
Adam
after hour.
looks like the weekend.
Adam looks like the weekend. His birthday landed on the weekend. His hair looks like broccoli. But that's all jokes aside about Adam. I was really disappointed. I thought there was going to be flares. Like, this is what I mean about the MLS. Huge for the city. Bring a trophy home. But, Nicky, I know you're not a Leaf fan. If the Leafs ever did win the cup,
if they win the cup,
they win the cup.
You know what? I gotta lie. I gotta bet on them in Vegas that they're gonna win the cup this year.
Wow.
I'm gonna take it the next couple of years. I'm gonna be a fan.
Do you think Kopitar's listening right now?
You know what? He's got 2 rings. He doesn't care.
He can't hear this because he's got 2 rings in his ears. I get it, Nicky. I get it. Well, the Raptors are draining threes like Curry right now. Anthony Galuzzo with another update. They've won 6 in a row. They're actually
put Anthony Galuzzo on the payroll.
Anthony Galuzzo, Nicky just sent you a Nick Coin and your private account. Be sure to cash that in. You never know when the bubble's going to burst.
He's keeping this show going.
The Raptors have won 6 in a row, Nikki. How do you feel about the Raptors? We've been to a couple playoff series the last couple of years. I kind of see the same thing. It's like a couple that breaks up, goes back together, breaks up, goes back together. Are you really ecstatic about the Raptors?
You know what? It's unfortunate. They got good at the wrong time, the wrong era. You got LeBron James in Cleveland bringing, a semi-super team there. Now Boston Celtics.
Yeah. Do you say Boston's better than the Raptors in a 7-game series starting today?
And going into the playoffs, I'm taking Kyrie Irving.
All day. He's definitely better than our Kyle Lowry. I think
the Raptors, once they get to the playoffs, they go back to that ISO game. Too easy to shut down.
Too easy. And in the playoffs, even like Milwaukee last year, Nick, they won 4 games to 2. They barely got out of that series. And they were playing against the Greek Freak and a bunch of hacks. And they almost lost that series.
Then they had your dad, my dad on the team.
Nikki, and you're one for about respect and giving it your all. You start work at 3:30 in the morning. You finish 12 at night. But what I'm trying to get at here, Nikki G, is how disgusted were you last year when Lowry and DeRozan were basically oiling up LeBron's back and giving him a massage? Do you remember?
You can't do that in the playoffs. Regular season won't let you do it.
They basically came out, Nikki G, and said that we got no chance against LeBron. It's his world. I'm coming out with fingers to the pupils.
That doesn't happen back when the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, the bad boys! They had to face a Michael Jordan with a Scottie Pippen. They
Michael Jordan was. They went after him.
Michael Jordan changed his life, his workout regimen, because he couldn't beat the bad boys. You have to come in and give hard fouls to LeBron. I don't care how big he is. And it was disgusting to see. So that's why going into this year,
the Detroit Pistons had, who was that big white guy, Bill
Laimbeer. Oh,
Laimbeer. He looks like the guy in the Enterprise commercials.
He looks like the guy that's actually on 21 Jump Street, the teacher that gives out the drugs to everybody. But Laimbeer, again,
he was just giving butt in the lane. He got in the paint. It was over.
I just didn't like the way the Raptors respected LeBron. They got swept because of it. God help them. They can never win in Cleveland in the playoffs, Nikki. I think they're 0-6 in the last 2 years in Cleveland. Very struggling. I do not see them going far this year in the playoffs. Yes, they've won 6 in a row. Yes, they look good right now. I believe they're 4th overall in the league. And they got an easy schedule, but...
means nothing. Just like the TFC, 69 points.
Yeah.
They don't win the MLS
What do they call Constipation Trophy? What do they call that? Supporter Shield. What is this, Game of Thrones?
They didn't give me nothing for supporting that.
You know what? Nick Coyne has 2 beautiful seats. We didn't get even a Coca-Cola to watch that game, guys. So
not even a slice of pizza for scoring more than 2 goals that game. What's going on? The after party sucked.
The after party sucked. They were at EFS. Shout out to EFS, but I work at Goldie. Shout out to Goldie. So I was over there. I know they went to party over there, but I already got my 700 likes, Nikki. There's not much more you could do. Like, again, I really felt like you were Kim K and I was Selena Gomez during that picture because our phone was blowing up. Again, big shout out to the Toronto FC. I think they're going to win 2 to 3 more championships. But even the parade today, Nikki.
You know what? They should have done it yesterday. 4 or 5 o'clock.
A little quicker on the holiday. School. Yes. Why 11:30?
People could go down 11:30. The people from the city, they don't want to come in on their day off.
You don't got suburbia. You got people coming from Thornhill, got to take their kid out of school, Nikki. It could be it could be hamburger day. Taking them out, going to, where'd they go? Nathan Phillips Square?
They should have been in Liberty Village.
Liberty Village, right beside 500. They should have picked me up on the float. I got Javinko's hat.
They should have done it on a Sunday. The restaurants could have made more money. Just, multiplier effect. They did it on a lunch hour. Disgusting.
It was disgusting. I'm really disappointed, guys.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And Adam Perkilo's got more music going on in his fake party.
Shout out to Jonathan Rosario. He was still drunk from Saturday.
Oh, no. Altidore was pretty drunk today. And did you hear what he said? He actually said in his speech in the fake parade they had today that he basically was still drunk from Saturday.
He must have still been drunk at the Leaf game because he was on his phone.
And he forgot to
take 2 minutes.
Uncle Zio Komarov's hand, guys.
Hit the save button in your Instagram stories out the door and shake the man's hand, okay?
He did score the winning goal, so we give him a slide. And the game before he does. Good players, scored 2 goals. Well, Nick Coyne, thank you for saving this episode. I know we had a couple people we want to bring on the show. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a shot in the dark here and see if I could call one of my long-time listeners, first-time callers. Let's give it a shot here. Let's see who I call. Oh, we got a soccer analyst that I totally forgot
Tony
about.
Michelle yet? That phone's from 1989.
Hello?
Hi, is this Niels?
Yes, guy.
Yes, guy.
How are you, Niels? Guys, let me introduce you to Niels Decker. Niels Decker was a professional soccer player playing all around Europe. He really knows his soccer. He's got probably the best legs in Toronto. Do you agree, Nikki? Nikki did not say anything, but actually, you really good friends with Julian de Guzman, one of probably the best players we had up to Javinko. Niels, introduce yourself. Welcome to the show.
Dear Rosario.
Dwayne De Rosario is actually, that's his name.
Up there.
Good friend of mine and Niels, living legends like myself. Niels, how did you feel? I know you're a huge soccer watcher. I see you all the time watching Holland. You love watching all the leagues around the world.
Ajax.
Ajax. How did you feel about the game Saturday, and the victory for Toronto in itself, Niels? Talk to me here.
I think it was amazing. Redemption always is amazing, but I think the beauty of it is that the work started 4 years ago, and that they finally got the puzzle right. They tried so many different things. You mentioned Julian, you mentioned Dwayne. They tried to get into players and build around it, but that doesn't always work out. And this time,
Neil, sorry to interrupt. Do you think it was fair to Julian and Dwayne that they didn't have the support that, say, a Javinko had with a Bradley and a Jose?
Well, they had Defoe. He was a bloody mistake.
Yeah, Defoe came here for a couple
He actually scored a nice goal this weekend.
You know what? Defoe left, but going back to my point,
and said he had cheated in England.
Nick Coyne's taking over that microphone, but what I'm trying to get at is Julian was in quicksand. He was by himself, and poor Dwayne. We wasted a good 2 years of him probably being the best player in the league.
100%.
And he had no one to work with. So did you think that was a big factor for those guys not going far or being a great team, Niels?
yeah, 100%, and that's why I mentioned it's a puzzle. So, 4 years ago, Tim Lewicki, I forget how
Lewicki, yeah.
but he came on and he said you need to buy that player. He said specifically, it was an article where they said, would you buy David Beckham? And he said, yeah. He said, well, why haven't you? Well, no one's asked. So I think that changed everything, where they said, how are we going to build this team from the top down? So when they brought over, I think it was Defoe. They started with Defoe and Bradley, where they said the bloody big deal, whatever that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And that was the starting point where they said, okay, the vision is we need that player like a Javinko. That happened to fall into place. It's a tricky thing to get the right players, because not everyone is always on the market. Some guys are happy where they are. So
I really feel though, Niels, too, though, that, sorry to interrupt again, that when a guy like Defoe comes here and then leaves, because let's call a spade a spade. This is a league that the superstars are coming later in their career, like a Beckham, like a Schweinsteiger, whatever his name is. He's coming at the tail end. Yeah, he's coming. Pirlo came when his ankles were pretty much done. He wasn't the same Pirlo he was. So when I saw a guy like Defoe leave, it's kind of discouraging, because if they're not playing their contracts and they're leaving because they feel like they have a better shot in Europe, how serious can we take the MLS?
Well, but I think that's where a good management comes in the assessment of the players that you're going to scout. You got to have a look, not just what kind of character they're on the field, but you got to look and say, okay, this is the kind of character that is going to come on and say, he's not here just to catch some rays in Miami or in Los Angeles on the beach and play a little bit of soccer. Is he going to come here and say, okay, I want to win championships? When you see all Javinko says now, is, I came here to win. I don't care about anything else.
No, that is true. You definitely saw that in Javinko. He wanted to win. He was very sad after games, pissed after games. Do you think a guy like Javinko, after winning a title this year, do you think maybe he tries Europe one more time?
China, even. Big money in China.
He's definitely going to have options. I think it's still a pity, and in
Agreed.
MLS. And that's more so just being stubborn, saying, well, if you're not in Serie A or you're playing Europe, then you shouldn't go. He was good. He was playing amazing. And it didn't matter, So
I think they look at the league, though, as not as a serious league. Giovinco, could he have helped them on a set piece against some of the team that they just finished playing against? Who they play against? Sweden. Could have Giovinco helped? Yes, they had no offense. And
there's a lot more problems over there than just not bringing Giovinco. But Niels, I think you're right. When TFC brought in this core group of players, they looked not only for the product on the field, but how they were going to adapt with the city. And I think Bradley said it today. He really entrenched himself in the city. You see that with Altidore and Giovinco and Vasquez. I think that plays a big part in it.
Oh, the city is a great city. Niels is actually... Well, how old are you, Niels, when you came here to Toronto?
I was already traveling to the city when I moved here when I was 12 and started traveling to the city when I was 15 when I was playing provincials all the way to nationals.
For someone experienced like yourself, how did you feel coming to a city like Toronto? Did you like it right away? Because these players seem to love it. Like, you got guys from the States like Jose Altidore, like... I believe they're going to stay and live here after. I don't see them leaving, going back. Bradley loves it here.
Bradley's going to get a coaching job. He's got it when he's done here.
Julian and Dwayne and Toss, Ricketts, they're all looking to buy properties, and you learn to love the city mainly because you get adopted to it because it's so multicultural. So it's hard not to love the city.
Oh, I totally agree. Niels, another quick question for you. Do you see a back-to-back in the future championship for the TFC?
100%. And they already said that the next step is winning the CONCACAF Champions League. So,
Oof.
The only tricky part, which, there's two sides to it compared to Europe, is that you're dealing with a salary cap, so it can get tricky, and that they're going to have some tough conversations with guys that might not be able to keep just because they have to play around with salary cap. But their next goal is CONCACAF, so why not again win the league?
Who would be in the CONCACAF? Who would they be playing against in the CONCACAF? They're not playing.
You got to think of teams like Pumas in Mexico.
Oh, that side. No one from Europe.
Yeah, so guys like Tevez and some other players were playing in Mexico. Mexico's a really strong league, and their national team is a representation of that.
And
so
Mexico, you got to really be ready to play.
Where's Anthony Caluso? He's been quiet
lately.
lately.
With CONCACAF, that will only send out even a bigger message to Europe that the league is strong and that the level is high, because players from Europe, when they go back and play in Brazil for Corinthians, or they go play in Mexico, it's not a step back, maybe a little bit sideways and back, if that makes sense.
No, I get it. I see what you're saying.
The conversation what you're having is where you're saying, well, if they're going to Europe, they're just going there to retire and then sit on the beach and play some games here and there.
I really believe, though, Niels, if Toronto FC wants to give the CONCACAF a run, they definitely need a distributor. Watching the game with Nick Coyne over here, they don't have a distribution. Like, Bradley is more of a defensive midfield. He's not an offensive player. He actually hasn't scored since last year. Not that that's why he's there.
He's not there today. He's the man. He's the engine.
Vasquez is coming in, and some of the other guys, Osorio is definitely growing into his position and matured. But Vasquez, he's showing some brilliance. But
hey Niels, what's your opinion on Vanny?
Yeah, sure, but I think the tricky part again is what can they do with salary cap? And now back to the very first question that you asked, like, the other guys didn't have the other players around, but I guess that's somewhat of the beauty of the MLS, because salary cap.
But Niels, I think one of my fans here, because I've got a lot of them, Niels, and I really believe if my neck wasn't broken, I would probably be leading the league in scoring right now. But put that all aside, the MLS has no cap with DP players. I think that is correct, meaning a guy like Giovinco could get paid as much as he wants, and it does not go against the cap. They do not have caps. So,
but I think we got a good core. We got a good.
Pardon me, Niels?
I think they have a cap of 3 to 4 max per team.
Yes, and he can't be. He could be from the States, so something like that. I believe because Bradley gets paid about $4 million. I know Jose gets 2.5. Giovinco gets 10. I don't think Giovinco went to Italy because he probably makes more than the whole Italian national team. You got a guy like, who's that kid with the spiky hair, plays for Rome or one of those teams?
Al-Shaarawy.
Al-Shaarawy makes $800,000, Niels, okay? And he's a starter in Serie A. Giovinco made that while he was on the float in the parade today. So I think there's a lot of jealousy to bring a guy like Giovinco back where he's pretty much the king of the city, best player in the team, and now he definitely... He's not going to get called back to an Italian team. Can he be on that team?
He's not going back to Europe.
Oh, he's never going back to Europe.
Not going back to Europe. China, maybe
someone's got to pay him.
Places that are going to pay him the big money. Other than that, he's here.
He's here for the long haul. I really think he's... Like, he looked excited when they won last night. He looked... On Saturday, sorry. He looked like he really wanted it. And a guy like that could be like, well, I'm not in the best league in the world. I'm not going to give it my all. I'm already making $8 to $10 million. But Giovinco came here and he was serious. That through ball he gave to Jose pretty much linked the game for us. But again, for this team to, or in this league, like Niels is saying, to go to the next step, try to get a couple of those superstars a little bit younger in their career. Like having Giovinco come here as a 27-year-old was huge for the league.
But I think TFC is in a good position right now. They got their core. They got those four guys. You got Rosario there. You have more in the back, and now you add a couple of the young guys from TFC 2, 3, or 20. I don't know what TFC teams they have out there, the young teams. You start to bring up some of the rookies.
Defense needs a little work.
You start to sprinkle them through, and then, we'll be okay.
Another good point by Nick Coyne right there. I'm going to invest in Nick Coyne tonight, actually, when I'm done, Niels. I know you're going to do the same thing. Nick Coyne has been spitting lyrics all day today. Niels Decker.
Niels, one more question. You've been ignoring me this whole conversation, but what?
It's so true.
It's so true. I was about to put the music on when you were talking.
Like it was the Oscars, Niels.
That's it. Time is up. But listen, one more question, because you got a little bit of the insight. You talked to the guys in the show there. What's their take on Vanny?
What's their take on what?
On Vanny,
the coach of the TFC. Do you look at him? Do you think the players respect a guy like Vanny?
Yeah, I think so. And it's tough because the coach is young. It's different, but as results come together, it speaks for itself and trust builds. It's tricky to be a coach because one moment you can have full control of the team.
You can lose everybody in 1 second. It's so true, especially in the leagues like the NBA. Niels, it's even worse because you got your two superstars that pretty much run the team. There's only 10 guys on a team, 7 really play. So when a superstar ain't happy, that coach could be gone the next practice.
Vlad, 800%.
Management, not just of tactics, but it's management of characters and people. So, and that's why I go back to also giving like a big hand to when Tim made that choice, it was 2014, I believe, to all the choices they've made now from all the management, and that's all now put out the results. It's all got to come together, and the players at the end of the day got to perform.
So what you're saying is he's the originator of Toronto Trust the Process.
A good hand clap.
Well, Niels, thank you for all your soccer input. Again, you got legs like a horse that won the Thoroughbred AAA Challenge, whatever it's called. Kentucky Derby. He could run for days. Niels is actually in triathlon. He's going to be in the next Olympics.
He's going to be in the World Championships in Australia. We want to wish you our best, Niels.
Wish you our best. You actually should be training and not on this phone call if you want it.
Niels, where can people...
Are we talking about our next run, or are we going to talk
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Niels. It's the winter time.
Me and Nick Coyne like our steak. It's off season. This is when we go courtside. While you're running around the city, we're sitting courtside at these games. My good friend Niels, thank you again for all your soccer knowledge. Again, you know the players really well. Seeing what's his name, Di Rosario, and you got the Guzman. It's a really good friend, and they actually lived together when they were playing soccer. That's why I brought you on. You know your shit. Thank you, Niels, for coming on the show. God bless you, and give an extra lap in the pool for me tonight, would you?
Okay, ciao tutti.
All right, buddy. And hey, and how many languages do you speak?
Hopefully one day, one.
Me too. Your English has gotten better. And man, this guy can speak 4 languages. I'm still learning English. God bless you, Niels. I love you. Thanks for coming on the show. I think you just got famous. Okay, buddy? We'll talk soon.
Ciao, fellas.
Bye. So, Nikki, again, what a show. We had our special guest speaker who just, his English is coming along. How are you, John Paul? Good to have you in the show. Kevin Medeiros in the house. Guys, the show's going viral. Please like and share with everyone. The Leafs are playing great. All the Toronto, I know Nick Coyne's been saying this. It's a good time to be a Toronto sports fan. Nikki's, I see his LA King jerseys ripping in the back. He's trying to buy more Toronto sports teams. It's good to see all these teams, guys. 4 years ago, Nikki, how bad was it, Toronto? The area was so crap.
It was depressing.
It was depressing. Like, no one was good. The Jays sucked. The Raptors couldn't get out of the first round. The Leafs were a turmoil in the change room. Toronto FC was a joke. It is good to see the city finally getting some support from our teams and from the owners to make them contenders. Well, guys, Nikki G, hit my goddamn music. It's time to go.